Anna said, "Yes, honey." Anna's mom searched her face to make sure she was okay. "If it's fine for Lydia's parents, can she spend the night tonight?" Anna's mom laughed. "Of course she can." "Great," Anna said. "If I'm going to start writing bad letters, I have to have something to talk about."
Any questions for the author or the illustrator?
Yes, Kiki, can you come up? Because
Welcome,
Kiki
the illustrator. Do you want to hear how they work together, or do you want the ideas, or do you have a question?
Yeah. So like, you know how you created the book? Is there like any background information that inspired you to create the story?
Yes, I think there's background information for both of us. So I actually wrote this book 5 or 6 years ago. I did it for a school project. And as Councilmember Jerome said, I work in a school, and I was realizing that there's not a lot of books out there or literature that we could use in school to introduce this topic. So I wrote the book, and then I didn't do anything with it for a long time. And actually, the stories in the book, Andrew is my son. He's the one who's back there making noise. He was in the book, and it's named after my niece. And both myself and my niece, we experienced parental incarceration. And I have a better understanding of her experiences because I was older, and so I got to see the relationship between her and my brother when he was incarcerated. And so that's really where the inspiration from the story came from. But I sat with it for a while, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I got in my mind like, okay, I want someone to illustrate the book who was also directly impacted, and that's how I became connected with Kiki. So she has her own story as well.
Yeah. It was really kind of amazing putting this book together with her. I love the whole concept. I just think it was so important and so necessary to have, and especially coming from an educator. Just being able to have someone who can support parents, support teachers, support just everyone that surrounds the child's life as well, because mass incarceration is it's huge right now, and it's important to not forget that the kids that are super impacted by this. They seem to the families are not as talked about, and it's really important. I'm really happy. All of these Whitney's, the main character was built from Whitney's niece.
A photograph.
And she sent me a photograph. She was like, "This is who," so I this is where she's based out of. A lot of the other characters, she didn't have anything really specific, but it was very important to me to just try to think of just the need to see various different shapes, sizes, hair, texture, things like that that I think are important just to normalize just everyone's affected by this. We're all in this together, even if it's not you directly or family member directly. It can be someone who's in school with you or work with you.
I hope you don't mind me sharing, but
your
dad, right?
Yeah, when my father was incarcerated, art was a huge way that we stayed connected, and we were very far apart. I was living in South, he was here in New York, so I thought that it was a perfect way for me to be able to give back, and it was pretty.
Congratulations on a great book. I remember about 30 years ago when I was a guidance counselor, out of all the students I ever had, the one who always stands out the most was the one who had an incarcerated father. He would come into my office once a week and just let loose cry. One day my shirt was so wet with tears I could have run it like a washcloth. And people don't understand, this is an issue of separation anxiety, which actually is a miniature form of PTSD, and it can grow into severe PTSD later in life, anytime there's a separation that occurs in their life. So this is a lovely story because it brings out the good side and it can help soften the blow of people who are experiencing it. So anyway, after that I switched, became an actor. Now I do audiobooks, and I love to do an audiobook of your book. Great job to both of you.
Thank you so much.
I think as an educator myself, that deal with children of all levels, the illustrations in the book are very child friendly. And so even though it's a very serious topic, it's something that even a kindergarten teacher would be able to read, and the child would be able to connect to it. Because even in some areas where people wouldn't think that children have parents that are incarcerated, they are. And it's something that counselors can use in other areas. So the story itself lends itself to children of all ages, elementary school age.
Who's your mother? What's your mother's name? What's her job? She's the assembly woman.
That was better than the way I was going to do it.
She said she liked going to school.
I think that's important. With the illustration, it's so funny because they're just vibrant and they're happy. And it's a feeling that you get from looking at them, and I think that's important to set the tone of what you're reading, that this isn't a story about despair or sadness or anything like that. Obviously, she can express that she's not happy about the situation, but she's still a fully functioning, girl who has so many other interests and so many things to do. And it's so funny, I remember, she would do something and she would send it to me. And the one time she sent me something, I was on vacation, and I was like, I don't have any service, I can't get it. And then it took like an hour to download, and I got it. I was like, it's so beautiful. She looks like she has an aura around her. She was like, I didn't even know that. Added bonus. But it was just like every page, I just felt like she had like this thing around her, and I just imagined it being like happiness. But I also think what you said, like your favorite part is her going to school. And for me, that was very important as I was writing it, for it to be something that you don't feel like you have to read just because you're doing a day about incarceration. It could be a story that you could just read because you want to do a read aloud, and it happens to have a character who has an incarcerated parent. So I'm happy that you can connect to that and say, well, I just like it because she likes going to school. That's like me. I like going to school too. So that was very important too. She said no. She doesn't like going to school. She's like, I said I like when she goes.
For forward and going into the future for more of her life and how it develops. Do you have any plans for future books?
Yes.
Yes, she keeps writing them. I mean, it was really, really fun. Like, I just really got very into it. Like, I loved when she sent me the story and just reading it, and we talked about, what actions that they would be, taking or whatever, and just, and I'm a fashion designer too, so I was like, and they gotta be wearing people.
No, it's true. Everybody in my job, they was like, these characters are dressed jazzy. They were like, the teacher has this outfit on. I was like, she's a fashion designer.
I was like, all right, the colors and it was just very important to me. Just like I said, just kind of wanting to. I'm thinking about when the things I loved about books, the books that I loved when I was a kid, and the books that I like to read to my nieces and nephews, what have you. And it was always like, the drawings, even that when you're at an age where they're not reading yet, they can still kind of like, oh, she's upset or she's happy, and just kind of really tell the story through the images. And those are things that I remember, that I always loved about books, so I wanted to make sure those things. And there's like.
How do you publish a book?
That is also a good question. I self-published this book. Yes, I self-published this book. So we did it on Amazon. And so we had the words. She did all the images. She said, yeah, and it was like a process. I still don't even know what she did. I was like, I don't know how you even got that in there, but it was a process. And then I had a lot of support and help from friends. He had to help me upload it to get it done. So again, that community piece of it, but we self-published, we did it on Amazon, and it's actually been really, really great. I think it speaks to the quality of her illustrations, that it looks as good as it does for being self-published, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, it looks amazing, I can't believe it looks like this, and I think that's just her illustrations that look like that. She did such a great job that even though it's self-published, it looks amazing.
Really super short.
Oh yeah, about the question, why wouldn't Anna come up to her teachers or her student or her best friend?
I think that's a very good question. It might be addressed in future books. But a lot of people don't always talk about it because they may not feel comfortable. They're worried that people may look down upon them or judge their parent. And sometimes when you love someone very much and someone's very close to you, you don't want anyone to think poorly of them or you. So I think right now she's just deciding who she wants to share that information to, and I think that next time she probably will.
Let me do a little follow experiences in the classroom and how have you dealt with it?
I had that experience as a teacher. I had, similar to what you were discussing earlier when you were like, I always had then kids come up to me and tell me, you know, I have a parent who's incarcerated. I would share my experience with my students, and then that's how I found out, because we had no way to know that. And I actually had an administrator tell me one time, like, don't tell people about this. Don't tell them this about yourself. And I'm an adult, like, a fully fledged adult at this point. They were telling me, don't share this. Because then people could use this against you, they could look down upon you. So that is definitely stigma as a part of it, but I think ways to address that, one for me is being very open and transparent, and very clear about, this is my situation, this is what I went through, and my dad is still my dad, and I love my dad, and all these things, and I feel like that's been really helpful, and I've noticed that the kids are much more open when you're willing to say, like, I've been through this, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, my uncle, my dad, and so that part has been really helpful for me. Tell her?
Yeah. I want that in here.
What do you think's gonna happen? How do you think it'll react?
Anybody would.
Wherever you go, is where I want to go. Anybody cared about it or was happening to other people. So for me, it would have been like really interesting to be like, oh wow, like this is happening to someone else, and I might have that conversation versus just thinking like I'm the only person this has happened to, so no one else wants to really hear about this. And so I think to even be in a space now where people are listening to this or they're taking the book and using the book is really, really, it's really great to a younger me who didn't think anyone cared about not only my personal experience but the topic as well.
Lord, trust your book is setting people free.
First off, I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And to my cousin. But
Even though you haven't taken pictures of me.
yeah. But it was an excellent read. It's definitely going to be a tool for strength for kids. Because when you can identify with something that someone else is going through, it automatically gives you strength. Then you're open to talking. And you start talking, you see that everybody's in the same boat as you, changes your perspective. So that's going to do that. And excellent work, that's all.
Yeah, conversation is everything. So,
yeah.
Opening, I'm just really, I feel blessed that I had the opportunity to work with you on this, and that I'm just really excited. Like, I love this. Since I was a kid, I was like, I want to make cartoons. And it's like, I'm like,
So, New York City public schools, you never know where the child is going. Today we were at a homeless shelter, giving out candy to kids, and I said, and costumes. And I said to myself, these children have a burden every day. And when they go into this classroom, do they feel like their experiences are valued, or do they feel like they're singled out? So I think about that, and coming in and seeing it was your book, makes me feel that there are teachers in the classroom who, unbeknownst to all of us, are saving lives every day, because that's what it takes. And for my child who loves to draw and loves to, and I didn't really notice the babysitter brought it out. It's an honor for me to present this citation. So she wants to do citation to you, Dr. Hollins, and she wants to say something.
What I wanted to say, I really liked your book because, like last month, my school let us know who was going to be in this program, and then I'm in this program called Community Problem Solvers, and we're doing mental health. And what I realized that part of your book is that like people who are going through incarcerated parents and things like that should be able to express themselves without having to feel like they're the only one.
So we're gonna read it, all right? All right. This is the citation. I'm not gonna read all of it, Dr. Hollins, but whereas a great state is only as great as those persons who give exemplary service to their community, whether through participation in voluntary programs, through unique personal achievement in their professional or other endeavors, or simply through a lifetime of good citizenry. Dr. Whitney Quinn Hollins, an outstanding citizen worthy of the esteem of both the community and the great city of New York. May you enjoy many more years of love. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you for this proclamation as well. You know, this is CS Support Us Month for the Osborne Association, and I think that you are making us, meaning those of us who are dealing with issues of justice reform, visible, and I think being visible by virtue of having your book, by virtue of you being in a classroom, by virtue of you being willing to talk about this topic, and by virtue of you wanting to remove the stigma from this topic. I'm very proud to present this proclamation to you, both as an educator and as an author. So congratulations to you, and I hope that next book you got just as great as
All right. You can have this thing. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Over here for a second, please. 1, 2.
There's some cookies and refreshments.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can run the book. Yeah. It's great. I treated it.